In the Oaks, I've got really strong fancy for Gertrude Bell from John Gosden's yard. Her father, Sindar, won the Derby, so she should act on the track. She's going to stay every yard of the trip, and her form is working out really well, both from last year and this year. She won her trial last time out in the Chester Oaks. I don't think the track suited her, and should be much better suited by the long straight of Epsom. I think if she gets in a relentless rhythm, other horses are going to find it hard to get past her. So that's Gertrude Bell in the Oaks.
The Oaks is much more of a betting proposition than the Derby. We've got some really classy fillies at the head of the market, namely Ramush, who ran a great trial in the Guineas, finishing second on the far side behind Music Show. But for me, the filly to beyond's a horse of Henry Cecil's called Aviate. She was really impressive winning the Musadora at York recently, overcoming serious traffic problems. Eddie Hearn didn't have his finest day that day. Hopefully he'll be jocked off. Tom Quayle will be on at Epsom. I fancy her ahead of Henry Cecil's other horse, Timepiece. Don't see much else further down the list, and for me, Aviator around 8 to 1 is a very confident selection.
While Aidan O'Brien appears to hold the keys to the Investec Derby, another trainer, Henry Cecil, appears to hold the keys to the Oaks. Cecil has a whole host at the head of the market, and it's really tough to try and work out which one to go with at this stage. A lot of them are going to work at Newmarket this week, so we're kind of grasping at straws. But the one I like the look of is Musadora winner Aviate. She got no sort of run during the race, still managed to get up close to the line. Looking at her price in the market, short as 4 to 1 at the moment, and as big as 8. 8 to 1 looks a solid each way bet, and I've maybe even been tempted to go the whole lot on the win and see what happens.
With all the trials over for the Oaks, the horse I want to side with is John Gosden's Gertrude Bell, who won the Cheshire Oaks. I think there's a lot more to come from this horse. I think she'll be suited by a more strongly run race in the Oaks. She's a fluent mover who should handle Epsom, and I think she is excellent value at around 16 to 1.
I thought Aviate did well to overcome trouble in running to win the Musadora, but the filly of Jim Bulger's, who was second, Gold Bubbles. Bulger has a couple of other fillies, Gillen Agrena, who was third in the 1000 Guineas at Newmarket. She runs in the Irish Guinea at the weekend. He also has a filly called Actarina, so at this stage I'd be leaning towards Gillen Agrena, hoping that she'll stamp her place in the Oaks field by putting in a big performance in the 1000 Guineas on Sunday.
The Oaks picture is much more clear-cut than the Derby. The one that I like is Aviate. I was on this one before it won the Musadora last week at 25 to 1. It's got a really good turn of speed, and it showed it last week at York. Everything went against it, got no run, and it still came through to win. It would have won by even further if it had got a clearer run earlier in the straight. I think it will stay, even though it's not bred to stay. It was going away at the finish that day. 8 to 1 at the moment. I still think that's a fair price. Could be half that on the day.
My best long shot for the Investec Oaks would be the Kevin Prendergast trained Termagant, available around the 25 to 1 mark at the moment. Now, this filly did really well last season, winning both the starts, finishing with a win in the Moyglare Stud Filly Stakes. Very convincing that was, and a lot of runners have come out since and also boosted the form. Now, the horse runs in the Irish 1000 Guineas at the weekend. If it puts up any kind of strong show in that race, it's no longer going to be 25 to 1. The trainer's confirmed it's going to go straight to the Oaks afterwards, so you could be around a 6-7 to 1 mark on the day. So I think it's great from a trading perspective, if anything else. So Termagant, my best long shot for the Oaks. Best of luck to you long shot followers. See you again soon.